Gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and face our flag as we honor America and those who defend her with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome everybody to Headlock Field, where in today's game is between the South Portland Red Riots and your Deering Rams. And as Deering warms up, the starting lineup and batting order for South Portland. Batting first, number 1 in center field, Alex Horton. At second base, number 8, Corbin Vosine. Pitching, number 16, Hudson Iaquesa. In right field, number 9, Curtis Metcalf. Shortstop, number 5, Easton Healy. Catching, number 11, Cam Barrett. At first base, number 33, Kason Lewis. At third base, number 14, Jude Charltre. The DH is number 0, Ben Morin. And not batting, but in left field, number 10, Michael Zachariah. And Alex Horton will take the plate. Alex Horton will face Avery Lawrence, the starting pitcher for Deering. First pitch is a swing and a miss.
And we have the best day so far of this season, weather-wise.
And curves over the middle for strike 2.
And our last game that we did for Deering, we got to see Avery pitch. So,
and just outside for ball 1. Both teams currently in a playoff spot, as that's hit past Forrest.
And we'll keep our eye out on the runner at first.
So leadoff single by Horton. Corbin Vosine up, and Horton takes off. Flores will fire over to first for the first out.
And that saved him from a double play. And to run on this catcher is pretty risky.
Deering is currently the 11th seed at 5-8. And South Portland is the 9th seed at 8-6, as the first pitch to Hudson Iaquesa is a strike. Both teams, as of recent, on a hot streak. South Portland is 4-1 in their last 5. And Deering have won 3 out of their last 4. So both teams getting wins at the end of the season, heading into the tournament. That's ripped up the middle. It's Latour firing over to first.
Good play by Latour on a hard hit ball up the middle. Had to range over. Nice throw to get the runner out.
That brings up Curtis Metcalf.
And on 2 grounders, South Portland now with a runner 90 feet away.
Right fielder number 9, Curtis Metcalf.
So they've been productive outs.
It's outside for ball 1. And both teams having late game as Metcalf is safe. So it's 1 run on the board for South Portland.
Yeah, he had to hustle that throw, and he pulled the first baseman off the bag. He tried to do a sweep tag and just didn't get him.
But both teams coming off of bottom of the inning wins.
Popped off the plate. If Latour had just stuck with him, he may have tagged him out.
And Easton Healy at the plate.
Well, and South Portland is evident in this game that they think they need to manufacture runs, which they did on that first run.
South Portland in their last game against Chevrolet, it was a 9-inning game. It was 5-4 final score. With Deering, it was a comeback to keep their season alive. They were down 9-0 going into the bottom of the 5th and rattled off 4 in the bottom of the 5th, 4 in the bottom of the 6th, and scored 2 in the bottom of the 7th to win their game. And that's in to left center. That's going to score another run. So it's an early 2-0 lead for South Portland.
Now we've got number 11.
Yeah, that was a nice hit.
Barrett.
And Cam Barrett at the plate.
And another manufactured run with a base steal. And we'll see if he tries a pickoff here. No?
It's fouled.
Base runner had quite the lead, too. Well, this looks like this umpire is going to call a regular strike zone, not a high school strike zone early here.
It's fouled. It's a 1-2 count.
Well, he's been late, so I wouldn't be surprised here if Avery just drops a hammer on him and he swings over the top of it. But we'll see if I'm right or wrong.
And checking on Healy. And second time throwing over.
Yeah.
Both times having Forrest come off the bag at first. It's low and outside for ball 2.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get it down low over the plate.
And that's strike 3.
There it is.
So that's the third out for Deering, but South Portland capitalizes on the early hits and score 2. And so after half an inning complete, it's South Portland 2, Deering coming up. Here we go for the bottom of the first as South Portland warms up. The starting batting order for Deering. Batting first, the pitcher number 5, Avery Lawrence. At shortstop, number 6, Tavian Latour. Catching, number 27, Miles Lawrence. At first base, number 3, Jackson Forrest. In center field, number 22, Andrew Cook. In left field, number 21, Zeke Deweyver. At third base, number 2, Alex Jordan. At second base, number 25, Yadier Lorda Flores. And in right field, number 23, Gus Groh. And here we go. Avery Lawrence stepping into the batter's box. And it's on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. On the outside part of the plate for strike 2. And ball 1.
He's almost got a Chris Sale kind of motion.
And swing and a miss for strike 3. Bringing up Tavian Latour.
Or Randy Johnson.
And to note, this South Portland team won the championship last year. Most of those key players graduating last year. So this South Portland team a little bit different than last year's.
And that's, and baseball's a great equalizer when it comes to that in high school ball.
In there for strike 1.
Because, when you have enough seniors leave your team, it can make a big dent.
It's in there for strike 2. So Ayaquesa forces a full count. And curves over for strike 3.
What a beautiful pitch. Well, he won the battle.
And so this brings up Miles Lawrence, 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And sometimes when you do lose seniors, but you keep the same head coach, the players coming up behind them as it's strike 3, but sometimes you can count those teams out based on their record but with that championship DNA that they created last year, it's almost a false narrative that they're less of a team.
Right. And you're around people that are winners and have won, so that helps.
So at the end of 1, it's South Portland 2, Deering nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the second. Kason Lewis leading things off for South Portland. It's in there for strike one on the inside part of the plate. It's a dribbler back to Avery Lawrence, firing over to first for the first out.
Well, you like a nice easy one to start off an inning, and there you go. Pitch and catch.
It's fouled.
Number 14, third baseman, Jude Charltray.
And Jude Charltray at bat. In there for strike two. It's an 0-2 count. And swing and a miss for strike three. So 2 quick outs for Avery Lawrence, bringing up Ben Morin.
Number 0, designated hitter, Ben Morin.
It's fouled.
Well, the way these two pitchers are pitching and how quickly they are, I don't think the pitch timer you wouldn't need to worry about that in this game.
And that curved over for strike two.
Oh, just had him standing there watching it go over the plate. Beautiful pitch.
Tried to curve that one. It's inside for ball one. Swing and a miss up high for strike three. So a 1-2-3 inning for Avery Lawrence. Shuts South Portland down. And so after 1.5 complete, it's South Portland 2, Deering nothing.
Now we're back to the Rams. Number 3,
Here we go for the bottom of the second. Leading things off for Deering is Jackson Forrest. That drops over the plate for strike one. Up high. It's a 1-1 count.
Whew.
Swing and a miss for strike two.
Took a little off that one. Wow.
And just fouled it. And strike three called.
Yeah, the strikeouts are starting to pile up for both pitchers, aren't they?
So far, Ayaquesa, 4 batters, 4 Ks.
number 22, Andrew Cook.
And Andrew Cook at the plate is fouled. That's ripped foul the other way. So it's an 0-2 count. And swing and a miss for strike three. So 2 away for Zeke Dewweaver. In the dirt for ball one.
We're starting to get some dark clouds coming this direction.
Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count. And it's fouled. It's a 1-2 count. Fouled it.
Catcher held the ball up, kind of trying to fake the umpire like he foul tip and caught it, but it definitely hit the ground first. Nice try.
And that's in the dirt. It's picked up by Barrett and gets him at first.
Well, that's a tough way for a strikeout, but it's still a strikeout.
And so Hudson Iaquesa has faced 6 batters so far, all in the way of Ks. And so South Portland getting some early pitching. And after 2 complete, it's South Portland 2, Deering nothing. Here we go for the top of the third. Back to the top of the order for South Portland, Alex Horton. As that's fired over the plate for strike one.
How many strikeouts for Avery so far?
He has 3. That's fouled. So not too bad that out of 2 innings, 9 of them have been strikeouts. And there's another one.
Well, and that's why South Portland manufacturing at least 1 run in the top of the first is, giving them 2 runs here. A nice base hit drove in another.
In the dirt for ball 1 to Corbin Vosine. And that's on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. It's a 1-1 count. That's ripped into right. That's going to drop. And Vosine taking 2, sliding head first, and is safe. So a 1-out double.
And that was a nice hit. He took what Avery Lawrence threw and took it to right field. A little late on the pitch, but, as long as you hit it in between the lines.
And Hudson Iaquesa can expand the lead with a runner in scoring position.
It's only 1 out.
It's on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. That one's a little bit further outside than the last pitch. So it's a 1-1 count. That's ripped into left field. And Vosine coming around to score. So an RBI single for Iaquesa.
Well, and he's helping himself. A little bit more of a cushion. And with the way he's pitching, 3 runs is a pretty good cushion.
Now I've got right fielder number 9, Curtis Metcalf.
And Curtis Metcalf at the plate. First pitch is a ball.
And the last 2 batters have hit the ball pretty hard here off Lawrence.
Swing and a miss. And Miles Lawrence fired down to first with Iaquesa way off the bag.
Yeah, and you kind of don't want your pitcher to put himself in a position where he can get hurt either, diving back into the plate, into the bag, I mean. Oh,
And that time, he just got under the tag.
wow. Not sure what happened on that play, but he was almost caught in no man's land on that one.
In there for strike two.
A little bit of hesitation by Lawrence behind the plate. He may have gotten him.
And that's popped in foul territory. And Avery Lawrence catches it for the second out.
Well, and there's your pitcher saying, this is my game, and that's my ball. Generally, a pitcher doesn't usually have any part in that one. Usually it's a third baseman, but
Easton Healy at the plate with 2 away. And that's a throw down. And no one was there.
well, it's a novel idea to throw to no one, I guess.
It's an 0-2 count. And in there for strike 3. And so that's 5 Ks so far for Avery Lawrence, but South Portland gets one more on the board. And after 2.5 complete, it's South Portland 3, Deering nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the third. Alex Jordan leading things off, and that's the first hit for Deering.
Well, there you go. The ice is broken.
Now right back. Number 25, second baseman, Yadier, Florida.
And I'm wondering if there was a conversation about swinging early. In there for strike 1.
Yeah, I think you might be right because they had been sitting on pitching, on the pitchers.
And
Well,
Alex Jordan caught leaning the other way.
okay. Well, and Iaquesa said, you know what? I didn't get you on a strikeout, but I'll pick you off. So he still got him.
It's fouled, still an 0-2 count.
Well, the thing for Deering is they know they can hit him because they just saw that it happened. And they just have to do it again.
It's fouled back. And that's hit foul.
Well, we have a little battle going here, so at least they're making him throw more pitches.
Up high for ball 1. In the dirt for ball 2. And Yadier Lord of Flores making this hard on Hudson Ayacuesa. That's fouled.
We got ourselves a pretty good battle here. I mean, Ayacuas has tried inside, outside, up high, down low, and the batter is fighting him off.
And that's another foul. And just outside.
Oh, man. That was a tough pitch to take.
And that's hit to left and right to Zachariah.
Jeez. Well, you know, the first two batters,
and that brings up Gus Groh. High for ball 1.
Number 23, right fielder, Gus Groh.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And swing and a miss for strike 3. And so, in all intents and purposes, it's only 9 batters faced for Hudson Ayacuesa, despite the no-out hit. And so, after 3 complete, it's South Portland 3, Deering nothing. Here we go for the top of the 4th. Cam Barrett leading things off. It's inside for ball 1. Straight. So it is a 1-1 count. One's outside for ball 2.
well, the ump is consistent with that pitch. That high and just outside.
And that's a dribbler. Jordan will fire over and gets the out. outside for ball one. And Kason Lewis at the plate.
Lewis.
One's low and inside for ball two. And that's ripped. Latour fires over and gets him.
Oh, my goodness. What a great play. There you go. There's your professional play of the ball game right there. But, you know, Latour has an arm, and so you kind of knew if he could get to the ball, the runner was going to be in trouble. And
Number 14, third base.
you saw the strength of his arm right there. That was beautiful.
And Jude Chaltre at the plate. It's a 0-2 count. And that's hit. And that's going to go into left field for a 2-out single.
Yeah, no one was going to get that one. It was hit perfect.
And that brings up Ben Morin.
All right, back for South Portland, number 0, designated hitter, Ben Morin.
That's hit into center. That's going to drop. So that brings up Alex Horton.
At bat for the Red Riots, number 1, center fielder, Alex Horton.
And that's hit to Latour and flips it to Flores at second to get the third out. And so after 3.5 complete, it's South Portland 3, Deering nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the fourth. Avery Lawrence leading things off.
Well, and let's see what Deering does with the knowledge of being able to at least connect with the ball from last inning.
Own 1 count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And that's ripped into left. So a loud single.
Well, for the second straight inning, the leadoff batter for Deering has got on base.
So Tavian Latour now batting.
Right back for Deering, number 6, shortstop, Tavian Latour.
And we'll see if Avery Lawrence will take a big lead. It's a slightly big lead, and it's a bunt. Latour will not get there, but he will move the runner over.
Well, you know, at this point, Deering needs a run, and that was a great play, a great bunt, and Latour did his job. He did his job defensively in the top of this inning, and he just did his job in the bottom of the inning.
Catcher, Miles Lawrence.
And so that brings up Miles Lawrence. in the dirt for ball one.
Well, Darren has plenty of time in this game to start chipping away. And they're in a good position right now to start.
And Iquessa taking a little bit of time. So Miles Lawrence calling a timeout.
Well, he's definitely slowed down.
In there for strike one. In the dirt.
Great stop by the catcher.
And Deering trying to slow down Iquessa. And that's a dribbler foul. So it's a 2-2 count.
Well, and the thing that I've noticed over the last few innings, you know, because Iquessa came out with a lot of Ks, Darren now is starting to connect. Even foul balls, you know, they're starting to read the pitcher a little bit better.
And one of the players wearing something
The sunglasses, I think the glare of the sun, the umpire was bothered a little bit with the glare of the sun off the sunglasses. And so if he was bothered, maybe he was thinking the batter could be bothered by them too. So he's having the glasses put into the dugout. It's the only thing I can think of. The glare coming in.
And Miles Lawrence, it's fielded by Charles Trey and fires over to first. So 2 away, but Avery Lawrence now at third.
And that was a good read by Lawrence because he knew the third baseman was going to have to field that and the bag was going to be his no matter what. He just couldn't get tagged by the third baseman. It was a good read.
Jackson Forrest at the plate with Deering's first run 90 feet away. It's over the outside part of the plate for strike one.
And this is a big spot here for Deering.
Swing and a miss for strike two.
Really need to get this run in here.
And the Forrest calls timeout. And outside for ball one. It's a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss for strike three. And so Deering with the most promise of scoring a run, but South Portland shuts that down. And so after 4 complete, it's South Portland 3, Deering nothing. Here we go for the top of the 5th. Corbin Vosine leading things off. And attempted bunt, but the pitch is over the plate for strike one. And that's hit to Flores. He'll fire it to first for the first out.
Now I've got number 16 pitcher, Hudson Ayaquesa.
So Hudson Ayaquesa up with 1 out. It's way outside for ball 1. In the dirt for ball 2. That's hit right to Latour. He'll gather, fire over, but it's by Forrest.
Oh, and Ayaquesa ran into the umpire.
So that's going to be a throwing error on Latour.
Yeah, I think the ball went out of play and Ayaquesa would have got second anyway, but he had run into the umpire. Thankfully, nothing bad happened out of that one.
So Curtis Metcalf at the plate. Outside for ball 1. That's hit to Latour. This time right into Jackson Forrest's chest.
Okay, so far, it's okay for Deering, but South Portland does now have a runner 90 feet away. Another insurance run with innings running short here for Deering.
Easton Healy at the plate. It's a 1-0 count. That's fouled back. Up high for ball 2.
And that's exactly where the catcher set up for that pitch, but the batter didn't swing at it.
That's fouled back. Two and two count.
One of the closest one in all these years of getting up here.
And just fouled. And swing and a miss for strike 3. And so Deering shuts the lone runner down to keep this a close game. And after 4.5 complete, it's South Portland 3, Deering nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the 5th. Leading things off, Andrew Cook. Deering needing to get something going offensively.
Yeah, Ayaquesa has just kept this team a little off balance, just enough.
That's fouled back. It's a 1-1 count.
And the umpire is trying to gather up balls that have been hit foul. It looks like there's only 2 baseballs for this game. He's trying to gather some more.
And that's hit into right, but Metcalf there.
Perfectly played.
So that brings up Zeke Deweyver.
You can hear someone down there saying, find the hole. And because they've been hitting the ball hard, but it's been at people.
So he's swinging a miss for strike 1. Swinging a miss for strike 2.
Yeah. Had him completely fooled on that pitch.
And in there for strike 3.
At bat for the Rams, number 2, third baseman Alex Jordan.
And Alex Jordan at the plate. It's right over the plate for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And just outside for ball 1. And in there for strike 3.
Yeah, it looks like Iaquist has got his form back now.
And so that's a 1-2-3 inning for South Portland. And after 5 complete, it's South Portland 3, Deering nothing. Here we go for the top of the 6th. Cam Barrett leading things off. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And there for strike 2.
That was a beautiful pitch.
It's fouled back.
Whoa.
And that drops over for strike 3.
Well, I wouldn't say Lawrence set him up for that pitch, but that last pitch, the batter had to get out of the way. This one, he just took him right out of the batter's box on strike 3.
And so that brings up Cason Lewis. That's popped up and drifts. No, that stayed in the field of play.
Yeah, that's a tough one to judge over there. There's a couple of gates over there. It's really hard to judge where that ball's going. And it's an open spot between the building and the stand, so the wind's a little different over there.
So it's an 0-1 count. Outside for ball 1. That's hit foul.
Yeah, that's definitely out.
And swing and a miss on a high pitch for strike 3. And so 2 away brings up Jude Charltray.
Now we've got number 14, Jude Charltray.
And that's ripped foul. It's ball 1. That's ripped foul. Up high. Ball 2. It's a full count now. 3-2, 2 outs. And that's strike 3. He got him leaning.
Yeah, nice pitch.
And so after 5.5 complete, it's South Portland 3, Deering nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the 6th.
Innings are running out here.
Yadier Lorda Flores leading things off for Deering. And last time up was in a battle with Ayacuesa. This time it's a 2-0 count. Fouled back. In the dirt for ball 3. And there for strike 2.
Well, we have another battle here going on, full count. We'll see how long this one lasts.
And ball 4.
Well, there's a good start here. Lead-off walk here in the bottom of the 6th. And like you said, that Deering player has been a battler against Ayacuesa.
And Gus Grow at the plate. It's in the dirt. Deering knows what it takes to come back as Ayacuesa throws over.
Had him sort of leaning the wrong way. He wasn't going to go anywhere, but I think there was a little delay in getting back to the bag. That's pretty scary.
And that's hit fair.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
And so that puts 2 runners in scoring position on Gus Grow's double.
Well, there you go, and just like that.
And there's no outs with the top of the lineup for Deering. So Avery Lawrence has a chance to get 2 back. And there's going to be a mound visit.
I can't think that he's taking him out at all. They just need to get a little strategy going here, and we'll be back.
And we're back. Avery Lawrence will step in the batter's box. It's in there for strike one.
And it looks like we have someone going down to the bullpen. Number 3, maybe?
And it's a swing and a miss for strike two.
Yeah, that pitch was a little low in the dirt.
That one's low and inside for ball one. It's a 1-2 count. And in there for
Ooh.
strike three.
Well, you know, that's a tough one, but this umpire has called a great game. I mean, every ball has either been a strike or a ball. He's got a good controlled strike zone.
So Tavian Latour now batting. And swing and a miss for strike one.
Number 6, shortstop, Tavian Latour.
That one's hit into center field. And there's going to be no tag. So Alex Horton, with great awareness to run in on the ball.
Yeah, he had all the momentum going towards home, and that would have been a close play at home. You do not want to have the third out at home at all.
And so Miles Lawrence
Miles Lawrence.
with two-way. That's fouled back.
Well, so far so good on that timeout and having the coach come out and talk, because there's been 2 straight outs.
In there for strike two. And just outside.
Oof. South Portland was heading towards the dugout.
That's hit. And it's going to drop. That's going to score 2. So Miles Lawrence with a 2-out, 2 RBI single.
Well, there you go. We got ourselves a ball game. Well, and after what Darren did last game, right?
Yeah, they came back from 9-0.
From a way larger deficit.
And
Wow. That was a total excuse me swing and loss of balance.
so Jackson Forrest at the plate. Swing and a miss. And Miles Lawrence will take off.
What a heads-up play. Now the tie-in run is in scoring position.
And looked like Lawrence slid in awkwardly. And there was a baseball in the field of play. That's hit into center. Horton will track it down and gets the third out. But Deering comes up with 2 runs to make this a interesting game going into the 7th. After 6 complete, the new score is South Portland 3, Deering 2. Here we go for the top of the 7th. Leading things off is Ben Morin. Fouled back.
Well, it goes without saying what Deering needs to do here.
And not sure if that was foul tipped, but Miles Lawrence's glove came off.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like it hit all glove, but sometimes when it hits off the side, it'll twist your wrist pretty good.
So it's an 0-2 count. It's up high for ball 1.
You know, and it's not that it hurts it, but it tweaks it enough that you can feel it there for a short period of time.
And that's hit to Jordan. Jordan will fire it over and in time.
Close, but still an out. That was a long throw.
So that's 1 away. Bringing up Alex Horton. And that is a dribbler, and Avery Lawrence there to get it. That almost looked like it was going to be just enough in no man's land to get on base.
I agree with you, Seth. And this is another play that Avery Lawrence, doing what needs to be done. Because you hardly ever see a pitcher do that. They usually wait on their second baseman. But Lawrence took charge of that, and he got the out.
So Corbin Vosine at the plate. It's a 0-1 count. That's inside for ball 1.
And, you like to see a pitcher take charge of some of those easy ground balls.
Outside for ball 2, 2-1 count.
And in a 3-2 game, that could make all the difference going into the bottom of the 7th.
It's a 2-2 count. And that's hit into left center. Cook will track it down for the third out. And so a 1-2-3 inning for Deering. And Deering will have a chance to walk it off in 2 straight games. And so after 6.5 complete, it's South Portland 3, Deering 2. Here we go for the bottom of the 7th.
How about catch the third out and the top of the 7th, get a hit in the bottom of the 7th.
Andrew Cook leading things off. And that's hit into center. But Alex Horton there.
Center fielder to center fielder.
So 1 away. Zeke Dewweaver at the plate.
Left fielder, number 21, Zeke Dewweaver.
Well, a hard hit ball, but right at a player.
Outside for ball 1. Fouled back. And couldn't hold up. So it's a 1-2 count. That's ball 2. That's hit into center. Alex Horton will track it and gets the second out.
Well, they're connecting with it. Unfortunately, they're popping it up.
So 2 away, Deering down to their last out. And there is a
Now at bat for the Deering Rams, number 9, John Bouchard.
John Bouchard batting for Alex Jordan. It's in there for strike 1. In there for strike 2. And it hit him.
Oh, wait a minute. I think the umpire is a little bit of a disagreement there, maybe.
Did they say he swung? No.
No, I think the umpire was just trying to make sure he actually got hit.
So Yadier Lorda Flores,
Who's battled Iaquesa all night.
that's hit foul. So the winning run at the plate. That's hit up the middle.
Well, like I said, he has battled Iaquesa all night long.
So Gus Groh can be the hero for Deering.
Well, I mean, he needs to at least tie the ball game up. So we'll see what happens.
And swing and a miss.
What did he do his last at bat? Did he get a single or a double?
He got a double.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Well, I mean, Iaquesa's throwing him pitches he's just not able to hit at all. If he throws one more, this game's over.
And swing and a miss for strike 3.
And that was it. 3 straight, you can't hit these pitches.
And so Deering falls in this one. But Deering not giving up in this game.
Yeah, I mean, this was a great game. This was a great pitching duel. This was just a great game. Quick, fast, a lot of good hits, a lot of good fielding. Very impressed with both pitchers.
And, I mean, for Deering, you had a chance to win the game, so it's not like you
Yeah, it's not like you got, beat with no effort. I mean, they took. It was tough for the first few innings for the steering team, but they kind of figured it out, and they made a run at it, and it was great. It was some good baseball today.
the South Portland team showing why they should not be looked over despite their record.
Yeah, because once you get in the playoffs, anything can happen, and so I mean, the point of the whole season is to get there, and to get sort of on momentum towards the playoffs, and today was good for them.
Yeah. Sometimes when you lose early in the season, you would rather have that happen than lose late in the season.
Yeah, because you have time to figure it out, and not get discouraged that things were happening that you didn't expect.
And so the final score. And there was a lot of strikeouts for Iaquesa in this complete game 3-2 win, as I count them up. He had 12 Ks. So...
And that's pretty good in high school ball. And so, I mean, that's going into a playoff, knowing that you can do that, is a really big help for your team.
And so the final score in this one, it's South Portland Red Riots 3, Deering Rams 2. Saying so long. This has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools. Saying good night.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.